Hello, Father's Lock coming to you. By the time you see this, we will have had our webinar about our parish vision, encountering Christ through word, through liturgy, through charity, and through community. I want to thank Tom Phillips and also Jason Carter for helping put that together. Also Terry Doherty for doing some editing and editing along the way. As you can imagine, there's going to be a lot of activity coming out of it, which is really exciting. Some of it specifically to me. In addition, what I'd like to also say is that I have, like all priests, a family, in addition to my parish family. And a number of items have come up recently within the context of my family that are going to require some extra time on my part. And so to try and balance what I presented for myself in the vision as well as for the family, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of a hiatus in terms of the porch talks as well as the articles that I write in the parish bulletin from week to week. Hopefully just a couple of weeks. It's nothing serious. I'm not in any trouble or anything like that. But I wanted to say that I need a little bit of extra time and to shift around some priorities in my life. And I hope you understand, and I look forward to starting the Porch Talks again soon. I was reading an article today in a magazine online, one called The Public Discourse. And the authors were Peter Remy, he's an English professor, and the other one was John Schaff, he is a professor of political science. Both of them from Northern State, which is in the state of South Dakota. And they talked about the Benedictine solution to Technoploy. And getting into something a little bit more Catholic, they talked about the idea where maybe something along the lines of a Benedictine rule can help us with the vice of acedia. Acedia comes from two Greek words, which means to be without care, kados. And they defined it this way. Acedia is a disquietude that distracts us from our duties. It is related to spiritual and mental and emotional sloth. And they looked at the last year where you had tools like Zoom, which were able to give us some kind of connection with other people and give us some semblance of normalcy. But nevertheless, the way that technology overtook us last year, because we were so divided in the regards of not being able to meet with other people, technology was something that we relied on unusually heavy. And there have been many studies saying that an overuse of technology is really not that healthy. And so what they were both saying is there something that Benedict can give us in the rule? And they gave us a couple ideas. One was listen to the boss. 2, regular time for work and play and sleep. 3, real community. Versus submission of all of our forms of life to the, as they said, the sovereignty of technique and technology. And they gave 5 examples, and I kind of put my own little spin on that. The first one would be the taming of desires, which is what the Rule of Benedict tries to tell us to do. And here we're talking about maybe fasting from the phone. Having a certain time, much like Lent, where we just don't even look at it, don't even touch it, etc., etc. The second Benedictine principle is the habit of attention, which is finish the task that you're doing and don't multitask. The third thing is a disciplined life. Schedule your work in a way that if the phone rings or the text dings, don't answer it. Really be disciplined in saying, I can say no to something like that, and that's where the first one about fasting from electronics can help us a little bit. 4 is the good of work, ora et labora, work and pray. That's the motto of the Benedictines. And so if you're going to work and work effectively, hide the phone. And then finally, the last part is that all of this only really gets done and done well if there is an embodied community to which you belong, not just the friends on Facebook, but somebody physically. And that's where I'm saying, when you walk with your friend, walk without the phone. Leave it in the car. So fast from the phone, don't answer the phone, say no to the phone, hide the phone, and walk without the phone. 5 possible suggestions. Somebody would probably ask me, well, which of the 5 are you working on, Father? The one I'm working on the most is this idea of do not multitask. Do not let the electronics dictate what you do. Pick a task, finish the task. If something dings, if something rings, don't worry about it. I'm going to finish this task to the end. A lot of leadership webinars and a lot of leadership articles I've seen lately are really talking about the fact that multitasking is really a terrible way to work. And I've been trying to do that over the last couple of weeks, and I find that I am not only I'm more effective, but I'm calmer. And it also gives me a little bit of an emotional boost, because I can say, done, checked, finished. There's a success that I'm building up. So give it some thought. Hopefully it works. I wish you all the best here on this week of Easter. God bless.